Welcome to Juliana's Kitchen. Today I'm making one of those classic comfort food desserts, apple crisp, but with a cranberry twist. And we've got a couple more twists because I couldn't decide which variation was going to be the most delicious. So we're going to try all three. And at the end, I'll let you know which one I think it is, and you can let me know which one you think it is. For variation 1, we're going to use fresh cranberries. Variation 2, we're going to add some dried cranberries. And the third variation, we're going to try my Blackberry Orange Cranberry sauce. Let me know in the comments which one you think it's going to be. First thing we want to do is zest a lemon. When we add a little bit of lemon zest to our crumble top, it helps mellow out the sweetness. And once you've zested your lemon, we want to squeeze it to get the juice of half a lemon. So that's about a tablespoon and a half. When you're making apple crisp, you want to choose apples that'll stay nice and firm when they're cooked. So your best bet is to work with a Granny Smith or a Honeycrisp apple. I love to cook and I like to keep it simple. So as you can see, I don't have a fancy apple corer, and you don't actually have to have one to do this. You just want to cut your apples into quarters, and then you can do like a V cut to remove the core and the seeds. Once you have your apples all cored and peeled, just want to chop them up into nice little bite-sized pieces quickly. So we have our 6 cups of chopped apples in here, and we're going to add a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice. Keep the color from browning too much. Not that that really matters. I think it actually just kind of helps with the sweetness levels too, because the next ingredient is brown, so it's going to make the apples have a brown tinge anyways. And that is a teaspoon of cinnamon gets added. And then we're also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, just to give it a little bit of a different, not just cinnamony kind of flavor. Stir that around. So I've split the recipe into 3, and for the first variation with the fresh frozen cranberries, they're going to need a little extra help in the sweet department, so I've added some brown sugar to those. For version 2, we're just going to add the dried cranberries to that, and they do not need any extra sweetness or ingredients, so that one's good to go. And for the third version, I am just going to add some of the cranberry blackberry orange sauce to this section and give it a stir. Then you just want to lightly grease each of your pans, or I'm going to guess you're only going to be making one once we figure out who's the winner here, but lightly grease our pans, put the goodies in there, and then we shall get to making the crumble top. For fairness consistency, I'm going to put this in the same size pan. This red one's a little bit too big, and we can't have it, you know, turning out crispier or crunchier just because it was more spread out. So for fairness and equality in this experiment, I found another container. Okay, now let's make the topping. Just before we start the crumble topping, let's get the oven preheating to 375. For the crumble top on this test and compare adventure, we're going to use 3/4 cup of rolled oats, 3/4 cup of flour, 1 cup of brown sugar, and I still want a little bit of cinnamon in the crumble top, so we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and the zest of that lemon. So that's about 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. And then I like to mix it with a fork. And the last ingredient that goes in here is 3/4 cup of melted butter. Just before I pour that in though, I'm just going to blend all this. And I find it easier to do this with a fork, just because it helps it stay crumbly in little crumbly bits instead of getting into one big blob that's harder to, like you want it to stay crumbly for going on top of the crisp. And using a fork helps that. So I'm just breaking up any lumps of sugar, if there are any. So you get a nice even mix of all those dry ingredients. And now we're just going to add the whole 3/4 of the melted butter and mix that in with your fork. And then as fair square as I can divide it here, you're just going to put it in little crumbly bits on top of each of your Fruit Crisps. Or in your case, because you're probably only going to make the one that's the winner, you put it on top of your whole Fruit Crisp. I'm just trying to be fair for the sake of the test and compare and divide it equally. And we're just going to pop those in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. They all smell amazing. Which one do you think it is? Which one's the winner? The verdict is in, and I still can't decide. So here's my tips, because they're all delicious. If you like your Fruit Crisp on the sweeter side, go with the one with the dried cranberries. You're still going to get that beautiful tart burst of cranberry in every mouthful. But if you really love that tart burst of cranberry, then do the one with the fresh cranberries. And if you want to try something that just kind of takes it to the next level of a different kind of flavor because of that blackberry orange and the cranberry sauce, I think that's the one I'm leaning towards. I'll put the link in the description below for you in case you want to try that recipe too. Thanks for stopping at the kitchen. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.